What up? How's it going? So I just saw Velvet Buzzsaw. It is a movie starring Jake Gyllenhaal and a couple others. John Malkovich, he's in it. I don't really recognize anyone else from anything. From what I remember, honestly, I saw the movie like an hour ago, and I don't really remember much. So that'll kind of tell you how the movie was. But we'll get into that. It was made by the same guy who made Nightcrawler, and I enjoyed that movie. But I don't know what went wrong here. Something happened. I don't know. Maybe it was just Netflix get their grubby little hands in there and messing with shit. I don't know. I got suggested this movie by a friend, and I went to go watch the trailer to see if I would be maybe interested, and looked up the reviews and stuff, and I was like, all right, well, I'll give this a watch, and I'll do a review on it, because YOLO. That's not cringe. Anyways, so I did that, and on the trailer on YouTube, if you go to the comments, one of the top comments says something like, fun fact, if you've seen this trailer, you've seen the entire movie. And I was like, oh, well, hopefully that's not true. So I kind of looked past it and continued on with my life and watched the movie.
Audio Jungle.
The first 10 minutes of the movie are pretty painful. You're introduced to about every character you'll see in the movie in the first 10 minutes, and they shove every single one of them into your face, expect you to remember their names and shit, and they have really dumb names. Like, the only three I really remember, I remember four actually. There's Morph, which is Jake Gyllenhaal's character. There's Josephina, and then there's Rolanda. No, not Rolanda. Redora, that was her name. And there was Ricky, which was some dude that Jake Gyllenhaal's character wrote a review about, and I guess died in a car crash because he was so upset. And that was totally his fault.
Fuck.
The first 10 minutes are supposed to kind of hook you in and get you to know the first couple characters, and usually movies kind of ease you into it, show you the main character, who they are, what they do in their daily life, and then they kind of get you into the boring exposition stuff, right? This movie didn't do that. It was just like, all right, so here's every character you're ever gonna meet. We'll worry about getting to know them a little more later. And to be honest, I don't really know much about any of the characters except for Josephina and Morph. Hooked up in like Berlin one time, and then they hooked up again after the first 10 minutes of the movie, and it's supposed to be this whole like moment about how they're like doing a thing again, and it's like, I don't care about these characters. It's been 10 minutes. I've seen them twice. I don't know what's going on. And Jake Gyllenhaal's character is like the main dude, and you know nothing about him. It's pretty bad. And yeah, Josephina, don't care. Fucking, I'm just gonna call her Rolanda because it's easier to remember. She's awful. It all sucks.
Fuck.
Redora has a velvet buzzsaw tattoo on her back. It's a tattoo of a buzzsaw with blood on it. The whole movie is titled Velvet Buzzsaw, so you'd think it'd have something to do with it. Nothing. You don't know if like Velvet Buzzsaw is like a cult or what. I don't know what the hell it was supposed to be about. So that kind of confused me a bit. So after the first like 10 minutes or so, you finally start getting into the actual story of the movie, which if you've seen the trailer, you'd be like, well, you wasted 10 minutes of my time because I already know everything that's going to happen. They should have just gotten right into like, oh, there's this dead artist. But no, it's like this chick finds this dead dude in her apartment building just on the ground, and then it's like, oh, call the police or whatever. And then she goes to work and it's like, this effed up shit just happened. What the heck? She gets into the dude's apartment and is like, oh my god, his art's beautiful. Steals all of it. And he actually demanded for all of his art to be destroyed. And no one did that. And you learn that in like the first 20 minutes of the movie. At the end of the movie, they post all the pictures along like this fence line, and like this couple comes along and they're like, oh, we really like this one, how much for it? And the guy's like, I don't know, $5. So they give him $5, and then they take it, and like I guess the whole message is, you know, there's like this weird ignorance in the art world or some shit. It's super silly and obvious in like the first 20 minutes, so you feel like an hour and a half of your time has been wasted with this 2-hour movie, and no one likes that. Anyways, all that happens. We get exposition and shit for like 30 minutes, get to learn a little bit about the characters. Nothing really worth noting. Nothing's really memorable about this movie because you see it all in the trailer, and if you wanted to get reminded, you could just go watch that. I did it before I recorded this, after I watched the movie, just to refresh myself from all the bullshit I missed. During this like 30 minutes of nothingness happening, there's like actually this one pretty funny bit where this guy's like showing him this studio or whatever.
Yo, dude, quit explaining the joke and just fucking show it already.
This is remarkable. It's not art.
And that, I thought that was pretty good. And then, you know, someone dies a little bit after that. You see it in the trailer. It's Broden or whatever. Oh, I remember another character's name. He was driving a truck and he crashed with a bunch of paintings in the back because he was seeing shit, and his shirt got lit on fire out of nowhere and all that fun jazz. Actually, no, he was smoking a joint or some shit and lit himself on fire like a dipshit. And yeah, so he dies. And then, yeah, some more exposition happens, some more bullshit happens. They talk about art and blah, 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 and then someone dies. Rinse and repeat. I'll show you clips of freaking me reacting to all the moments in the trailer right here. Dipshit. Oh yeah, someone doesn't appear in front of me. Oh wait. Yeah, they do. I don't know, something bad happens to this guy. It was in the trailer. Are you fucking kidding me? A picture of the painting is just stuck on her phone. Is it could be that other one scene from the trailer where she gets all covered in paint? Oh, doesn't he get like hung or some shit? Pretty sure he gets hung. It was in the trailer. Because I saw the trailer before the movie, I knew like all the shit that was happening, and it was so painful like to sit through the fucking movie just being like, well, I know it's coming in 10 minutes and they set it up 5 minutes early. This is fantastic. Thank you. Yeah. And then in the last 20 minutes, shit finally gets going, and they actually get into finishing the goddamn movie, and people start dying rapidly, which is great. Which I thought, like, you know, halfway through the movie shit would start happening. Like, one guy dies and then it takes 45 minutes for someone else to die. It's awful. So yeah, I don't know. I thought like the movie was kind of campy, kind of like you know, Friday like the 13th is just over the top for the sake of being over the top. Like sometimes like some of the kills are just kind of silly and funny, and I feel like it just should have leaned into that more and just gone full camp instead of trying to send this like pretentious message that it really didn't do a good job of grasping. They should have seen the final product and be like, well, fuck, we should have done something else, let's fix it. And yeah, I don't know, it was kind of disappointing. I was expecting something a little better, but that's life sometimes. The movie ends with the chick dying to the velvet buzzsaw on her back, and fucking then they post all the paintings and she gets rid of everything. There was one pretty cool shot that was like one of the paintings, and she like sat in the perfect position, and the cactus's shadows were like the shadows in the painting, and it was pretty cool. It was a cool shot, but the rest of the movie was pretty disappointing. And then yeah, she dies from the buzzsaw, and then movie ends pretty much. That's about it. Yeah, it wasn't great. I don't know how I feel. It wasn't good, it wasn't bad. It was a movie, but a movie should be an experience. You should be enjoying yourself. You should be, I don't know, experiencing something new, something novel. Some of the ideas of this movie were pretty original that I liked, and yeah, that was pretty good. But most of the movie just felt like a waste of time, and it should have been like more campy or something. It should have just leaned further towards something like, do you want to be fully pretentious? If so, like, maybe give a little more detail on what's going on so like the general audience can understand it, because it has like a 35% on Rotten Tomatoes for the audience score, and I think it's just because like it was so much bullshit dialogue you didn't need. It was just so much so much talking in the first 10 minutes. I felt like I couldn't hear myself think from how much they were talking. I thought they were my thoughts. It was awful. But yeah, so I guess those are my thoughts on Velvet Buzzsaw. I think I got to everything. I actually forgot to mention that not only are these my thoughts, they are my opinions, and that's all they are. They aren't meant to hurt anyone, or, you know, if you disagree with me, I'm sorry. That's just life sometimes. Have a discussion. Don't get angry. Be positive. Love you guys. Back to the video. The message is good, I guess. I didn't really get it. I don't think it's a thing that needs to really be explained, really. I guess it's about exploiting artists when they're dead, and you should just drop it, I guess. Like, you know, Tupac's hologram and all that kind of shit, you know? Re-releasing Michael Jackson's music after he's died, that sort of thing. I think it's kind of saying that. But it says it in the first 20 fucking minutes, and if you see the trailer, you kind of get it anyways. So, yeah. So the way my ratings for movies are going to work is they might be different for every movie, but I'm going to do my best to kind of keep it somewhat consistent to like 3 different ratings, and then I'm going to average it out to my mythical rating. My mythical meter, sorry. And that will determine my final score for the movie. On my mindless meter, I give it a 3 out of 10. I think you just need to pay like a little bit too much attention to everything going on to really take in everything. If you wanted to actually pay attention to every character's dialogue and what they were saying and what they were talking about, you'd be lost. It's too much. It's overly complicated for no reason. And all the good parts in the movie are in the trailer. So if you really want to be entertained, go watch that. If you want to watch this movie, watch the trailer. Or you know what? Better yet, you're already pretty much through this video. Let's just stick it through. And you've already seen all the movie. I've shown you all the clips. How about that? I've told you everything. Anyways, on to my next rating. On my entertainment evaluation, I give it a 4 out of 10. There's some funny, campy moments. Like this one moment, I forgot to tell you guys about this. There's some funny, campy moments, like this chick's dialogue, like, you know, and how in every, like, paranormal movie or something where something supernatural is going on, they're like, what the fuck is going on here? Well, there's one chick who said it, and oh my god, her delivery was beautiful. So, here, I'll show you guys that clip.
Redora. I don't understand. Bryson, then John, now Gretchen. What the fuck is going on?
Wow, wasn't that beautiful? But yeah, again, if you want to watch all the really entertaining parts, like the people dying in the cool ways, it's in the trailer. Just go watch that. And for my originality scale, couldn't find a synonym for originality aside from order, but that didn't make sense for a rating. Anyways, for originality, I give it an 8 out of 10. It's got some cool ideas, just very poor execution in my opinion. You know, I like Nightcrawler and everything that the director has done before. What's his name? Sorry. Dan Gilroy. Nightcrawler was great. I love that movie. It was cool. It was interesting. But yeah, this movie just missed a mark, I think. It just didn't hit right. And like, I didn't feel good. I didn't feel bad about it. And I think the final rating will actually prove. And to be honest, I did all these ratings separately. I thought about them all separately, give them the rating. I was going to do a mindless meter of 2, but I was like, you know what? I'll do a 3. And on my mythical meter, it gets a 5 out of 10. That is the average. It's right in the middle, pretty much exactly how I feel about it. So that's where I'm at. I wouldn't really recommend you watch this. Just watch the trailer. there are better movies to watch, go watch Nightcrawler. Watch that one instead. Or watch more of my videos if I have more. I won't yet because this is my first one. But if you're watching this in the future and I've made more videos, check them out. And yeah, if you thought my opinion was fair and cool, and you enjoyed the video, be sure to drop a like, and maybe subscribe if you want to see more. I want to do more of these. I like watching movies. I like talking about movies, and I'd very much like to keep doing this. So yeah, if you enjoy this, please drop a like, comment what you think I should watch next, leave my opinion on, and yeah. YouTube says I should tell you directly, like, hey, you should subscribe right now. Do it. Press that subscribe button. See that? Got a finger? See this mouse? Click, boom, subscribe button. You know what? I don't care if you do that. Well, I do, a little bit. But it's your choice. If you thought I was genuinely entertaining and you want to see more, hit that subscribe button. I appreciate it. Y'all are the best. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.